Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, Arenga TV. Press the subscribe button and then make sure you turn on the notification bell. Hello, my wonderful people. A beautiful day to you wherever you are in the world. I remain your G, Arenga. You are welcome once again to Arenga TV. And here I am, live and direct at the Emir of Ilorin'S Palace.
Redeeming the image of Africa all over the world.
The clerk and the tour guide, Mohammed Salmin. So here he is. How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
Okay. We are here to know more about Kwara State,
Okay.
Ilorin per se, and also here we are at the Emir. They don't call the King Oba. It is
No,
Emir or the
it's-
what? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just that you don't address him as Kabisi.
Okay.
You know, Kabisi in Yoruba, it means someone that you cannot question.
Okay.
But Islamically, he believes that he's a leader and he is going to be questioned by God.
If you don't know, now you know.
You are welcome to the ancient palace of Ilorin. My name is Alhaji Mohammed Salman. I'm the tour guide for this palace. Usually, this is my starting point. This place you are seeing is called the Tambari Sports. There's a big potluck-shaped drum that gave this place its name. And if you have heard them saying Olukomerin Ilorin, a person that has 4 poles. These are the poles that they are referring to. This pole that you are seeing. Each pole you are seeing was installed after the arrival of each warlord. So it means he's able to win 4 wars at a time. You can see the designs are different. So it's after the arrival of each warlord. You know, in the olden days, they have to bring an evidence that shows that they really won the war. So after the presentation of the evidence, they now bring it out here and bury it for historical purpose. So there's this big drum, as I've said, it has a rope by its side. I will show you the drum when we get inside. And in the olden days, before I go to that, there are other smaller drums that they will circle around. They beat this drum Thursday night and Friday in the morning, and at the site of the new moon for Ramadan. And if we have any festival like Eid al-Kabir and Eid al-Fitri, and if there's any, if the new Emir has a new son, his wife gave birth to a new son. Now they use this place as a punishment ground. They don't give more than 6 lashes of cane. They just tie that person here. And let me tell you those cane, it might not be painful, but it's a bad story. It's a nightmare that will descend to his grandchildren. It's a shameful. It's a shameful something that they will be telling the history that after all they brought your grandfather here they gave him 6 lashes of cane. Despite that, it might not be painful, but it's a very disgraceful something. Let's now go to this is the entrance to the palace. In the olden days, they use this when the colonial are still around. They come up here and wait for His Highness when he's coming from the Eid praying ground. Watch him as the horseman race with the horse. Immediately he gets to that gate. That's Kofa Sheikh Alimi. It's named after the father to the first Emir. And this one is named after the first Emir. And that's Kofa Abdul Salam. And the third one is Kofa Shita. Kofa means entrance point. So immediately he gets to that gate. The horse rider will be saying, hearing them shouting, Sereri, 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 Tefia, Tefia, Sedkiyana Akira. It means the Emir is calling you. So they run from that gate to this gate. Then the Emir will now move from that gate. He come to this point. They will start another one from another race from that gate to that gate. Before the Balogun, the warlord, the 4 warlords we have, when they now salute His Highness, he'll be on the horse. They will greet him before they enter their own chamber. So this is where the white man stays, but now it's the governor that does that. So after they have finished all those series of cultural something, Emir will now enter into the main palace, into this place. So this is where they will now leave the Emir alone with the horse. They will leave him alone with the horse. He will now dance around, greet everybody, because this place will be crowded with people, male, female, young, old. So he will now turn around with the horse, dance, drum everywhere before he gets down and climb these stairs. He will exchange greeting with the white men, with the missionaries, with the governor. They will now welcome him into the palace just to show the sign of cordial relationship. This place we are seeing, there was an old building here, but they demolished it in order not to disfigure this ancient palace. This was where the father to the first Emir, Sheikh Ali, used to receive guests, make ablution before going to the mosque. It has no spiritual effect if they say you should not step on it, but just to preserve this place for historical purpose. That's why it might look strange or like grave. It has no spiritual effect. In Ilorin, we don't have any taboo. So, because we believe it's not only Muslims, there are Christians, and we are meant to be together. That's what we real indigenous believe. So it has no spiritual effect. That if they say don't step on it, it's just to preserve the place. Let me show you the drum I'm talking about. This is one of the 3 drums. This drum you are seeing is as old as Ilorin itself. This wooden part was brought before the first Emir. what they are saying with the drum means that gashi, 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 gadindin, gadindin, gashi, gashi. Here he is, here he is. Just like as an announcement that His Highness is around. In this box, this is what we call kakake. There's an adage in Yoruba that says the thief that steals the Emir's kakake cannot blow it anywhere. Because it's useless. And let me try if I can. This is the senior class. If they are going to make use of this space, designers will sit on this floor like this. They will sit on it. They will spread mat on this. Initially here, this first picture was there. That was the picture that was there. And the second one was here, and they, they had to demolish it because of this royal Charlets, if I should say. It's built for 11 emirs. It can host 11 emirs at a time. Everybody with his own apartment, his own palace. It can host about 11 emirs at a time. Let me check if this building you are seeing is for the entourage. Maybe their secretary, or maybe their akoda or dogari, any other visitor that might follow them. This is for them. And those are his garage.
So there's no Emir around here now.
There's no Emir around. So we are entering the royal chalet now. This is the central palace. If designers want to have meeting with some other obas, this is their chairs. This is where Highness chair. So they sit down here and have their meeting with the visiting emir. If they are going to make use of Obadu, the fathers, those who sit by him at the palace. This is Royal Highness picture presented by one of the students. I wish this is okay. This is one of the room, but of course, if there's any emir at all, of course they are not going to arrange the chairs like this. If they are not going to arrange the chairs like this, the emir's own will be a special. They will have their own special chairs that will show that will make him feel at home as if he's in a palace. They will put the chair there. So the royal subjects, he might have any visitor, they will sit on these chairs. If they need to sit on the chairs, traditionally they sit on the floor for if they are with emir. So this is one of the 11 palace for the emirs.
So what you are trying to say now is this, that you have 11 of this kind of room here.
Yes.
That means that this place is big.
Yes, if you calculate all the palace in Ilorin, we have about 14 palace.
Okay.
2 there, which we are going to enter now. We are going there if we finish from this place. 11 here. There's one for the Emir of Sokoto, making 14. This leads you to their rooms, their bathroom, kitchen, whatever you can think of that will make them feel totally at home.
Wow.
Most of what should be here are kept somewhere safe. Since they said if they are going to, it's only for the emir. So, like the throne now, you don't expect an emir to sit on an ordinary chair. You won't feel at home. Mm-hmm. So, this emir, he loves to make other people feel at home. So, we have their own special throne. If they come here, we will put their throne and rearrange those furnitures.
Wow. So right now we are leaving the Emir's royal Charlets. So we are moving to somewhere special now. So let's go.
Now we are moving to the Emir of Sokoto's house.
Emir of Sokoto?
Yes.
Why Emir of Sokoto? Because I heard this is Ilorin. What happened?
The story tells us that Sheikh Alimi, the father to the first Emir, is a Fulani man. He came down from Sokoto. So that's why the Emir of Sokoto has a special place. Even if this present Seriki Muslim, Emir of Sokoto comes to Ilorin, this is where he's going to stay.
Okay.
This is where they are going to receive him. And I can read from your mind that you might be judging the book by its cover.
Mm-hmm.
So the interior is a different world entirely.
Okay, sir. When last has any Emir of Sokoto visited this place?
This present Emir of Sokoto visited this place about, I think, 2 years ago. He came with Oni of Ife. Not this present Oni of Ife. I mean, when the previous Oni of Ife was alive, they came here. This is where he brought Oni, just to show him that he's at home. Nearly every palace you will see this tree. That's Ilorin. There's an adage in Yoruba. It's a sign of wealth, possession. If you say you call yourself someone, there's an adage in Yoruba that says, "Oh Lord, oh Lajarede, Wani Iwoni Adesiji." You don't have this type of thing called Odan. You don't have the one called Ajarede, and you are calling yourself an important person.
Anyway, if any of you that's watching this video right now, if you know the meaning of this tree, I don't know what to call it, Igiodon, please leave a comment down below and let's know exactly what this kind of a tree is being called. Thank you.
You see, what happens is that this tree is being planted by Emir himself, by the dead Emir. It's like they are resting place. They'll bring chairs, people with mats. This is His Royal Highness Lawn Tennis Court, where he used to play lawn tennis with some other Obas around Ilorin, within Kwara State. So this is his mini clubhouse. My collection. Piece of metal. Ilorin ìlú tó yóò léegun ẹṣin léegun wọn ọkọ̀ sí lóró bẹ̀. Ọkọ̀ means a spear. This is the spear that they are referring to. This was even older than Ilorin because it was brought to Ilorin. You use it during war to defend themselves from animals when they are passing through the bush. You see, as small as it is, it's a scratch, but it's very, very deadly during the time of its use. This is the oko that they are referring to, and one of some of the swords that was used. These are some of the swords that was used. You can see the marks where two swords touches each other. It means this sword you are seeing has taken life. All these things you are seeing contains neurotoxins. They are very, very toxic, deadly. But this one has there's no poison there. It's called the disconnector. They use it at the war front just to disconnect the head from the neck. They don't use it within the tunnel. It's at the battlefield, just like this. And that person is gone. This is the remain of the chain that was used for slavery, and this is the ijano that's used for the horse. They put it like this to control the horse at the war front. This is a special one. This part is called the okeli, and this one is called the aki. It's used. This special Ijanu is used as the wall front. Sit on the mat on the floor like this. Some of these pictures you are seeing, this is the 10th Emir, the 9th Emir, the 8th Emir. His daughter got married to his son. That's what they call Dabipo in Yoruba. That's why Olariwaju said, Ọmọ ìyá ni ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ni ìyá, ọmọ àbúrò ń bàbá, ọlá ọmọ ló yí wọnú ara wọn. That's why this present Emir was named Kolapo.
Okay.
He's from the both sides, from the mother side and the father side, they are emirs. Even if the mother is, I don't mean she's a male, so she's entitled to be an emir. So when he finished his Quran, when he was celebrating his walima, he was Chiroma then. He went to the 10th Emir to recite Quran. That's when this picture was taken. This is when he graduated from, when he became a lawyer, legal practitioner. From England, yes, Middle Temple. This is his second son, Dr. Suleiman Suligambari. This is his first son, the present Chiroma now. That's Abubakar Baturi. That's his picture when he. And this was his picture when he was a judge. When he still practiced. That's his first daughter, Hadia Fati. This picture shows how we move during Salah, when His Highness is coming from the Eid praying ground. So these are one of his chiefs. When they meet, well, you know, when they get to their area where his chief are, so they have to come out and greet him, then follow him to the palace. So during Friday, if they finish prayer, there is no restriction. Anybody can come in, visitors. In fact, if it's during Salah, if you are late, you won't have a space, you won't find a place to even stand. Everywhere will be crowded.
So this is the main palace.
This is the main palace. So, the first palace.
The first palace.
Yes.
Okay.
The ancient one. So let's go to the second palace. I told you that's the first palace. The reason why I use that word first, you know, the last time I told you we have about 14 palaces, and I showed you some of the palace. This is the second palace. See, we call this one the modern one, because see, this is the seat that's used as the throne if he's sitting here, if he's going to make use of this palace. And these are meant for the visitors. By the side here is where the subjects, we call them Bafada. Maybe His Highness is going to receive a guest now, so they call the Bafadas to sit down instead of the imams and the warlords. They are the ones that are going to receive the visitors with His Highness. So the guests will now sit. They will sit on the chair. Chairs around on the floor. This picture you are seeing was taken when he went to Morocco. That's His Highness sitting on the floor. This is His Highness sitting on the floor. This is the King of Morocco. These are his subjects. This man sitting on the chair, he's sitting on the chair because he's reciting the Quran. The chair is only meant for those who are going to recite Quran. This is the next person that recited the Quran. That's the next year when he went to the King of Morocco. The kings, the governors, everybody will be sit on the floor. It's only the person that's reciting the Quran will sit on this. His Highness with the past former governor This is picture with President Muhammad Buhari, and that's the picture he took with Sultan of Sokoto. This with the Shehu of Borno, the past Shehu of Borno. This is when the King of Morocco was speaking. That's when he has the opportunity of sitting on the chair. Behind me here is where His Highness does his Ghana, G-A-N-A. That's closed door meeting with important personality.
Okay, that's behind this door.
Yes, behind this door you're seeing. Even if it's with the governor, maybe with the president, any high chiefs. The Sultan of Sokoto, of course, he will make use of his own palace there. But with other obas, that's when he's being received at Morocco. So this is the second palace.